Hello future millionaires, this is Aztec and this is the CSC. Today we'll go over a little bit of technical analysis, maybe some news. I want to talk about me a little bit. I don't talk about myself very much, but I do find that it's important for you guys to understand some things about me. So we'll be talking about me as well today, so stay tuned for that. Now just to kind of sum up the charts real quickly, I like to try to keep things as simple as possible. I don't generally break out, fancy little tools like the Fibonacci, the fib retracement and other things. But it is, I do have it out today because it goes along with what I was talking about in past videos and an explanation that I want to make to you guys today. So basically, as you can see, recently I was talking about how a lot of people were kind of calling this pattern that was forming in this area, they were just drawing it up different ways, and I'm talking about notable people on YouTube. Some people were saying this was a head and shoulders. I don't generally see a head and shoulders like this at the bottom of a trend. And at first, I was thinking, hey, maybe it is a head and shoulders. And I realized, well, it's probably not a head and shoulders. It's not. I wouldn't really consider this a head and shoulders because generally at the bottom of a downtrend like this type of head and shoulders wouldn't form. It would actually be an inverse head and shoulders. So the pattern would kind of look like that, with the shoulder and then head and then shoulder being basically inverse, upside down. This here formed like this, shoulder, head, shoulder. Generally, this pattern here is formed at the top of a trend, and a head and shoulders pattern is a sign of a reversal. And yes, at first, when I looked at it, I talked to some other people, I kind of thought, hey, this, it's forming a head and shoulders. And I realized, that I don't know how I can really validate that, because this type of head and shoulders doesn't generally form at the bottom of a downtrend. And also this trend had kind of formed with a lot of algo bot movements, and I just didn't like how it looked. So I let the chart mature a little bit, and I actually realized and pointed out this was a descending wedge, and a lot of people today are actually realizing that it was a descending wedge. So I'm proud to be someone that realized that, because that really helped me trade this breakout. And the reason I actually took a play right around here is because this is a descending wedge. 70% of the time you break to the top of it, and recently we were forming this descending wedge and we broke underneath it. So for there to be another descending wedge forming kind of back to back with the previous descending wedge, for there to be two breakouts to the downside, that would be extremely bearish. So when this descending wedge started forming, I realized that when we were bouncing down here at a kind of like all-time low area, the shorts being so high, and we were getting ready to bounce off the bottom of the wedge and we were moving upwards, I realized that we actually could see a breakout here. So that's kind of some explanation of why I actually chose to take a play here, and it was a really good choice because we broke out, and we've formed this as what it looks like now to be a bull flag. Now, I was trading on the Cardano trading Telegram channel recently, and this was forming a bullish pennant, it was like that, and we broke underneath that with this here, and it looks like now we're forming kind of like a bull flag with the pole here and the flag kind of hanging downward. And to kind of talk about myself, I'm going to go too deep into myself, but I do want to kind of explain this one thing about me. Guys, if you're going to trade with me on the Cardano channel, trading Telegram channel, you have to know this. I've always been associated with a lot of inner circles. I've traded with very influential people in the space, and when we're trading together, we actually like to spitball ideas. we, if we see something, we tell everyone in the group what we're looking at, because we want everyone else to kind of peer review what we're talking about. If you're a Cardano guy, you'll get that. And, either disagree or agree and, come to some type of, confirmation of where the pattern is going or where the chart's going. So when I throw things out on the Telegram channel, that's not me throwing it out to have you panic, jump in and out of a trade. I'm throwing that out there for you guys to think about it. I'm not giving financial advice. I never give financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that possibly, other people can work with me and come to a conclusion, so that we all can trade better. If you're just looking at what I'm saying and, from a minute to minute, hour to hour kind of standpoint, then, that could cause you to panic or, not make a trade that wouldn't, be a good thing. So basically what I want to kind of explain, guys, is that please, when I'm talking, don't use that information as like gospel and then just move on what I'm saying. Think about it and trade based off how you feel, because that's the best way to trade. Take what other people are saying, use that information and use it to trade for yourself. Trust your own gut. Learn to trust your own gut. Trust your own technical analysis, and work with others. Those are all good things. But don't just blindly go based off what someone is spitballing out there, because that could hurt you. So I do want to just take time to explain that, because it's very important. I know some people are a little bit newer to trading, and they're just looking for someone to kind of give them, ins and outs of the charts. And I would say, instead of doing that, work with someone like me that kind of throws things out there. Understand that I'm just spitballing, and use that information to make your own choices. Ask questions, if you're newer. And if you see something that I'm talking about that you feel that you might disagree with, go ahead and let me know, because that's how I learn. That's how everyone learns. There's nothing wrong with calling someone out. Don't be a dick about it, but there's nothing wrong with calling someone out about it. It's just that's how we learn. But at the end of the day, I just don't want people just trading based off what I'm saying, because as technical analysis goes, minute by minute, hour by hour, things change. And as an example, recently, I was trading, and we had this, like I was saying, we had this bullish pennant, and we broke out of it. And I was explaining that if we broke underneath this area, and we closed down here outside of this bullish pennant, which is generally not a good thing to break out of a bullish pattern to the downside. Basically, that we could break down hard. And no one really said, that they made trades based off that. But I had this kind of sinking feeling that maybe some people might have, and got out of a position or whatever. That wasn't me trying to create fear. That was me explaining that that is something to look forward to. Have stop losses set. Get ready for that movement. If we close down here outside of this bullish pennant, and this candle closed, the next candle could be capitulation candle. We could form a bar. Worst case scenario. Just basically look out for that. That's what I was trying to explain. But as we sit right now, we did break out of that bullish pennant, but we're forming a bull flag. So it's both bullish patterns. Here's the bull flag, here's the pole, and the flag kind of angling downward, which is a good thing, because that gives us time for our indicators to cool off. As you can see right here, when we were hitting our highs, our indicators were like an RSI on the hour chart was hitting 90. And now with us breaking downward and forming this bull flag, gave us a chance for our indicators to come down and cool off. And we're sitting at 59 now currently, giving us a chance to possibly move upward from here. And as you can see, this RSI since back here has been kind of stair-stepping upward, and that's also a good sign because that shows that we're not breaking under with the RSI. We're not breaking under with our current pattern. For me, breaking under with this current pattern would be going under $3,400. Not financial advice, guys. Just for me, that looks bearish. That makes me feel that this pattern may start breaking down further, falling under 3,400. Even this MACD looks decent because there was some sell pressure, but we're starting to scoop upward again, given kind of almost suggesting that we may cross over this trend line and start some buy pressure. And as you can see on the histogram down here, the sell pressure is subsiding. It's going from red to kind of like a white. So this is the 1 hour Bitcoin to USD Coinbase chart, and I'm using it because I'm trying to get a general idea of where we're going in the short term. So anyways, that's the chart, guys, and that's a little bit about me. Please understand, guys, I like to spitball and come to conclusions with you guys, but don't just jump on those the things I say. I usually will say something and I don't make any actions. I actually wait for the chart to mature. I wait, even on a breakdown, when I broke down out of this bullish pennant and it was, concerning, I didn't just, got to jump out of my, my long or whatever. I didn't do that because I understood that there was still room to play in this area, and that, as a more seasoned trader, that I don't panic, so I never just automatically kind of make a trade based off what I'm seeing, market sell or jump out of something, because when you do that, you can sell down here, and generally, you don't just capitulate hard. Not generally speaking, you don't. You'll actually bounce at some point. And if I do feel at that point that even after the bounce we're going to keep going down, I could sell at a little bit higher than selling down here. So that's just a little bit about me, guys. And as we speak, we're actually breaking out of this bull flag. So we'll see where this goes. Is it going to break? Is it going to close higher, or are we going to kind of come back into the flag, which would be kind of bearish? Just some news about Coinbase. I found this kind of interesting. This article's from CCN. It says Coinbase launches direct crypto to crypto conversion for U.S. customers. And I thought this is kind of funny because I have a lot of friends that have Apple phones. I'm an Android user. And every time my Apple phone buddies come out with some new technology, I kind of laugh and go, guys, I've kind of already had that on my phone for years now. And I kind of feel like sometimes Coinbase is like that, if you're kind of comparing Coinbase versus, I don't know, Binance or something, And essentially that's what this is. Coinbase launches direct crypto to crypto conversions for U.S. customers. That's essentially meaning, instead of on Coinbase having to take Bitcoin and go to U.S. dollars just to be able to then buy Ethereum, now they're saying you can just, there's trading pairs from Bitcoin to Ethereum directly, kind of like what a lot of other exchanges already do. But this is really great to see that Coinbase is making these great strides and movements to upgrade and move forward with the path. And just to switch back over, look at this, we're still breaking out, and this is an hour candle, so with it being early still in this candle, if you look at the candle here, it's 13:21 UTC time. We still have 39 minutes left in this candle, so this could go further up. There's still potential, so I'm glad I didn't close any positions or anything like that in this area. So it looks like we want to move upward. We'll see. Kind of talk about Coinbase. Not a lot of people know this, but basically what's going on is this 12 days of consecutive announcements from Coinbase, and this is their actual announcement page. So here's a Coinbase.com page, and it's through December 10th through the 21st. It says 12 days of Coinbase. Each day at noon PST will announce new features, support for new cryptocurrencies, and more. Check back daily. So guys, this is a really big deal because it sounds like they're going to be announcing some new cryptocurrencies, and they haven't done that yet. So be on the lookout. As you can see down here, they started on the 10th. And this is where they announced that you could take your crypto and turn it into e-gift cards. Here they donated Zcash to 50 Venezuelan families. That's awesome to see charity work like this. Venezuela is going through a really hard time. On the 12th, they made a video. You can watch that if you like. 13th, they basically says our all new watch list lets you follow assets and personalize your dashboard. This is kind of interesting. On the 14th, this was a big deal. U.S. customers can now withdraw cash instantly to their PayPal account. A lot of people have been looking forward to this because instead of cashing out, Bitcoin to U.S. dollars through, Coinbase directly, and being charged a nice little chunk, you can actually just take that money and directly put it into your PayPal. So that's nice. It's a lot less expensive to do that. On the 15th, they donated Bitcoin to support underserved Syrian refugees in Greece. So anytime people are helping other people out, guys, that's what crypto's all about. In my opinion, if you become rich in crypto, please remember the little people. Please remember the people in need is what I should say, because not everyone gets a chance to become wealthy, and there's a lot of people in this world that need help. So anyways, on the 16th, they Coinbase launched their USDC stable coin, so this was pretty cool. And on the 17th, today, that's what we were talking about with the whole convert one crypto directly to another on Coinbase. And as you can see, the 18th, today, there's an announcement coming soon, the 19th, the 20th, and on the 21st. They haven't listed any cryptocurrencies, guys, so who's next? Who's next on Coinbase, guys? It's a very interesting ordeal, this whole 12 days of Coinbase thing. And if you guys like my technical analysis and you want to see more, go ahead and like and subscribe to my Crypto Secret Circle YouTube channel. And if you want to trade with me, kind of spitball things with me, bounce things off me, pick my brain, PM me, you can find me on the Cardano Trading channel. So we'll see where this chart matures. This looks nice. Definitely looks nice. It looks good. I mean, we could possibly draw this. Let me see. Could actually draw it like that. And this could possibly not be a breakout yet, but looks a little weird like that. So we'll see where this chart goes, guys. If this candle starts breaking downward, then we could probably draw the flag like this. At least looks a little bit more uniform. But if it keeps going up, then it probably was a breakout because there was some nice little spike of volume here. So anyways, guys, never give up on the future of money. Take it easy.